Not only did he have to receive the vomit, he also had to carry me on his back first. So it was like he had such a hard job that day.
We did puking like 3 times. Andrew liked the second one.
It was the most gross.
Oh.
There were a lot of people on set that day, and I just remember saying like, don't make me laugh because it's just gonna all come out before it's supposed to come out.
I have a proposal. You marry me, and I'll pay for Liz to grow a baby.
What?
Me? My daughter marrying a man.
It's for the cause. We're helping a gay couple stay together.
Delete all of them?
All of it. Every Pride Parade photo, every National Coming Out Day post.
Can I still post Instagram stories?
Do you want grandchildren?
I'll delete Instagram now.
I was stoked when Kelly was cast. Bowen was attached when I came on, and Min and Angela hadn't been yet.
We had the best time. I'm a huge fan of Lily, and also like, I think you showed me, remember we were in the van, you showed me like a tweet or something about people being like excited about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, somebody was
They
like,
should have a baby. they definitely should have a baby. Yeah. They're beautiful together, and they're beautiful, great actors, and just so generous and open. And it's a great pleasure to be part of that family. I kind of squeeze myself in.
It's my first English acting, but also my first travel to an English country ever. Filming in Vancouver was the first place I have ever been in the Western countries. I was extremely excited to live in Vancouver for 1.5 months, and it was such a freedom I could ever had. And also being cast in this film was maybe mostly Andrew casted me because I had the queer film in Korea, which I filmed in Korea, and Andrew watched one of them, and he really wanted me to, what did you say? Like, I really wish.
When I saw it, I was just like, oh, like, Ki-chan is such an incredible actor. And I was like, oh, I hope he speaks English so that he could be in our movie. And he does.
That was most luck I have ever got in my life.
This so fortuitously landed on a break from SNL that it was just the perfect thing to look forward to while I was still working there. I love kind of having the latitude to sort of shift gears, and it felt so comfortable to slip back into something like this with Andrew at the helm, and it was a very sort of effortless kind of rapport that we all built with each other in service to the film, but also because we liked each other as people. We all went to see Fancy Dance, which was Lily's film when it came out theatrically.
That was just fantastic. It was the first week that it was in theaters. Isabel, who plays my niece, lives in Vancouver, so she was there, and that was a surprise to everybody who came to watch it. Maybe that's my second favorite outing that we did as a cast together. The first was going to see an all-Korean choir perform Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
They surprised everybody at the end. It wasn't just Mamma Mia. I think because Mamma Mia was a lyric, they also threw Bohemian Rhapsody in at the end. I lost my mind.
That was awesome.
It was amazing.
3 of you together in another project, I would love that.
Oh yeah, we
Would
should.
love,
we
would
must.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll start writing it now.
Yes.
Kelly and I soft launched the idea of Joan rebooting the Die Hard series. We want to see.
Yes, yeah, we want that.
So maybe we'll write ourselves into our Die Hard saga that we're writing for Joan together now.
One of my favorite moments in the film is when Min gets puked on. I loved it. Talk me through the filming of that scene.
Yeah, this is absolutely my own experience. We did puking like 3 times, and because of the different angle, and Andrew liked the second one.
It was the most gross.
Oh.
I mean, listen, he had the harder job. Not only did he have to receive the vomit, he also had to carry me on his back first. So it was like he had such a hard job that day. It was cold oatmeal. Yeah, and there were a lot of people on set that day, and I just remember saying like, don't make me laugh because it's just gonna all come out before it's supposed to come out.
You know what? It actually didn't feel nothing because of the same temperature we have. It's like 36.5 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
This body temperature.
She was like having those kind of oatmeal on her mouth. So it was feeling exactly my temperature. So I couldn't feel a thing. There's something like falling down, but I couldn't feel exactly. So that means more gross.
That's more gross.
More gross. I didn't try to separate the comedy from the drama because I just wanted to make it natural way. Life itself is a mixture of comedy and hardship. So I just wanted to feel that it would come up natural on screen. And when I was filming, Kelly, Lily, and Bowen is such a comic icon, and I was just learning and listening carefully to them, and maybe that came up with Min, I guess.
What are we supposed to do exactly?
We gotta de-queer the house. You.
What?
You look gay.
How long would it take you all to de-queer your house? It would take me ages.
It would take me... I would basically have to move out. I think I would have to get it all in storage, and so that's gonna take what, like 2 weeks? I need to go about it slowly.
A while, I think. Yeah, I was telling them before that I actually, after filming Wedding Banquet, I filmed something else in Vancouver, and I ended up going to the set sale and buying all of Angela's clothes, so I'd have to take all of that out as well. She dresses so gay.
Like, you would just have to pack everything up because you just don't know what could be read as queer too, you know. But yeah, I have so much Fire Island paraphernalia. Like I have like pillows and fans and so it would be all the photos, you know, they're just so gay. So would not want to be in the position that our characters are in the film.
Lee would be such a good mom.
So would you.
Doesn't matter if it's Lee or me, because we don't have the money.
You have to ask yourself anytime you are greeted with a new role or a prospect of a project, how far do you want to go into it? And that was literally the one stop that I had reading the script, because I was very much wanting to do something that was joyful, that was loving. You know, this film is very grounded in some very difficult and hard, brave things. So lighthearted feels like maybe not the right word for it, but the approach certainly to all of it is very comedic and lighthearted. And then getting to that moment is, how much do I want to dive into the headspace of like either losing a child or not being able to carry a child, because that was part of the exploration, is wanting one so badly and then not having one. It was kind of surprising how quickly the feelings of like kind of societal judgment about it, the feelings of maybe personal inadequacy somehow of not being able to conceive, the added strain of spending so much money to get this kid here, and the very specific sort of conversation about how, you know, Kelly's character Angela has the line in an argument between the two of us, but it's like, you know, you can't be casual or flippant the way that straight couples can be like, oops, no oops babies, and a queer couple, you have to be very, very thoughtful and intentional. And the adoption route, depending on if that's where you go, can be a very like judgmental, difficult thing for a queer couple to undertake. You know, it's like if you can afford to do IVF, if you have this idea of having a legacy of coming from a people that were 95% eradicated, you want to keep your family line going. That was the conversation I had about Lee wanting her own child. I just found myself very much rooting for these two and rooting for this baby, and like they were friends.
That moment for me between Min and his grandmother feels really special, because I think it's someone from a more traditional era acknowledging that chosen family is just as important. And that to me is so heartening for queer people, because I think we want to exist in this world not as different types of people, but like ourselves, like organically, holistically, you know, one person, where we don't have to be different people for different communities. And so I think that moment is Min realizing like, oh, like I'm the same person with my grandma, with Chris, like, and that's such a gift.
As a mother myself, I have learned everything about motherhood from my kids. They slowly teach me, and they're still teaching me. We've all, with the best of intentions, made so many mistakes raising our children, and we all unintentionally hurt them somehow. That I didn't realize that until, my kids were in their teens. And in this film, the main character did not realize until so late in that scene when she finally couldn't help but just telling me all these years that she's suffered. That came as such a shock. Because you love your children so much, and any mother would, that you would know. It would be such a shock to know that all these years you've been hurting them deeply, traumatizing them. After that speech, after that talk, she changed. And so there's always hope. Any ordinary people, not only queer people, can relate to that. You inevitably would somehow hurt your kids, which is the saddest thing. But then love is there. In this film, your character does know. She knows that love is there. And at a time of need, she wanted me to be there still, and I felt so flattered, and I've experienced it so many times with my children, just feel so flattered if they came to me for help.
할아버지 물론 네 결혼 기다리셔. 우리들 다 바보야.
What did she say? She said we're dumb.
You want this group of chosen family to become a family. You want to be the kid raised by this quadrant of just messiness and acceptance. We said this at Sundance, but it's such a scary time in the States right now, particularly, and it's all of these very generationally hard-fought moments for civil rights for every community are just under vehement attack right now. So we very much are aware of that. We're storytellers. The stories we tell have an effect in society. They're not just kind of sitting there dormant on a shelf gathering dust. They're living things. And I hope that that's a somatic effect we have on particularly our audiences that are feeling very isolated, because that's what this is all designed to do. It's designed to silo people, to disconnect people, to divide and conquer, I guess. But we know that community is how we survive and how we get through these trying times.
My hope is that people understand how important chosen family is, and that we shouldn't take it for granted, that we should celebrate each other. Conflict happens, right? And I love that the conflict in this film comes about because these characters love each other so much, It's not like there has to be a villain in our lives to cause drama. It could just be us, and to acknowledge that, we can get through it, if we talk about it, if we understand each other, if we, deal with past trauma, we can get through these difficult moments so that we can find a way to be happy together.
Andrew many times has called this film wish fulfillment for himself. It's very cottagecore and idyllic and happy, and results in a bigger, happier family. And
very hopeful.
Yeah. And we need that. Storytelling has an effect in the world. It has a somatic effect on your audience, whether they know it or not. So I was very aware that there is somebody watching this film that is in Lee's position and Angela's position, discussing parenthood, and just very, very happy we get to kind of give a little hopeful, joyful wish out into the universe for people who are confronting this conversation and going through this journey.